Hey friends, in today's crafty tutorial, I was inspired by this cute little wood pumpkin from Dollar Tree. I immediately thought that it would look great with a flower arrangement, so that's what we're going to do today. I'm Summer with hammondsnest.com, and I hope you just pick up a little fun technique or idea from this video today. So first, I went ahead and stained this wooden pumpkin with a water-based stain that's kind of like an espresso color. And once I got that all on there, I wiped back the excess and let it dry for a little while. While that is drying, I pulled out the give thanks word from this little package I got at Dollar Tree, and I'm going to stain it the same color and put that to the side. We'll bring this back out later to embellish our beautiful pumpkin. After my stain has dried a little bit, I've got this new cracked patina that I have become such a fan of. It's made by Amy Howard, and it is like a crackle medium, except it looks a little bit different, you can see, than most crackle glues. And you just paint it on like you would any kind of crackle medium. And you get it covered, and whenever you start putting the paint on after it dries, you'll start to see the cracking just like normal crackle mediums. So I fast forward a little bit, I've got the crackle medium on all parts of the stain. And now I'm going to pull out this ivory color by Waverly. This is just an off-white chalk paint. And you will see here, as I start to apply this off-white paint and it starts to dry, you'll start to see the crackling happen. And it takes a little while. It has to fully dry, but it's just kind of a fun process to watch while you are painting. Now, this crackle is a little bit different than most crackles. It has a little bit more, I would say, texture to it and movement. It's got some bigger spots that happen with the medium stacked on top of each other, but it's really beautiful. I love it. We're going to take it a little bit further. We're going to add one more layer, because sometimes it's all about those layers and doing beautiful custom finishes. And I've got some antiquing wax here by Folk Art. And I'm going to brush that on the entire pumpkin piece and all the places except for where I'm going to be putting flowers in the center there. I'm sure you've seen that I have not been painting that part. But after it sets up for a couple minutes, then I'm going to take a baby wipe and I'm going to wipe it back. And what that did was, instead of me wiping it back fresh right when I put it on there, I gave it a little bit of time to set up and kind of get in some grooves of the crackle that we created. And it's just going to be like a variation. And then sometimes, even with certain shapes, I like to come back after I've put it on over all of it. And I like to do a little bit on the edges and kind of give some highlight, and that defines the shape. Like the pumpkin or whatever it is you're working on, you can come back and define that shape. I even decided to do it in the little details of the pumpkin sections here. And then I need to let this dry now that I've got this finished the way that I want it. And once I let it dry for a little while, I'm going to take some Spanish moss, and I'm going to let that, I really thought about using floral foam because I was going to do these faux florals that you see here. But really, once I put enough Spanish moss in there and you could see through with the little grooves on the one side, it held great, and it worked for to help me make this arrangement and keep it all together. So I've got these beautiful florals. Most of everything you see here is Hobby Lobby except for the little dahlias there. Those are either Walmart or Dollar Tree. I can't remember exactly, but I'm just kind of clipping little pieces, kind of deciding and seeing how full it is, kind of spreading out the pieces, because I want this piece to either be reversible or I want it to be wherever I display it, it looks pretty from both sides. So I'm kind of just keeping that in mind as I'm adding in the different florals. And then I thought this final little burnt orange, kind of the hops, I think it's like a hops faux floral, would be pulling out some of the centers of the flowers there, the dahlia. So really cute. I'm happy with how that looks so far. Now I've got my favorite fabric, Osnaburg, and I just did a couple of shoestring bows to put right under the pumpkin stems there. Now on this side, I'm not going to do anything but the bow, but on this side, I'm going to do the bow, and then we're going to pull out our words that we did, the give thanks. I'm going to use mostly E6000, and that's a slow setting glue, so it'll take a little while to set, but I'm going to put just a couple dots of hot glue to give me sort of like a clamp thing, and it's going to hold it in place. That way I can give y'all a final look at this beautiful piece. I think this was so much fun to do this layered paint finish. The colors of these florals are gorgeous. I just love the way they complement each other. And so I hope that you enjoyed seeing this one come together, that you're inspired always in some small way. I love to hear what your favorite detail of this piece is. And I hope you'll come back soon and visit for more crafty ideas, and maybe even go check out my blog at hammondsnest.com. I have a lot of my tutorials over there as well. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.